Alright guys, this is Allegro ruling the world. We've got a deck profile here for the Constellars. It's my mate Cameron, and he's going to show you his dare build, because it's a little bit different. So do you want to start us off, Cam?
The way I run my Constellars is quite similar to other people, but basically I start off with 3 Pollux, pretty stable card, easy to get out. Its effect is that when you summon him, you get an additional normal summon, which comes in very handy for basically most combos.
Is it just an additional of a Constellar? Or is it just
of Constellar monsters, but the majority of your deck is Constellar, so it comes in quite handy. Next is Constellar Sombre, key piece, basically the engine of your deck. Ability is amazing part way through a duel. If you need in monsters, you can banish a monster to get a Constellar monster out your grave, and you get an additional normal summon. With most Constellars is amazing with like Pollux combos, you can get out more than one monster a turn.
So you can like banish, say, Chaos from your graveyard, get Pollux, then additional normal summon Pollux.
Who gives you another normal summon. So that can come in really handy.
Cool.
Next card, another key player in the Constellar deck is Constellar Chaos. Chaos's ability is twice per turn you can target a Constellar monster and increase or decrease its level by 1. So basically you can target Chaos and another Constellar monster and increase both their levels by 1, or decrease depending on what you're wanting to do. Very handy card. It can help you if you're using like a level 3 and Chaos to make them both level 4, or just to increase levels to both level 5.
Cool. What plays do you normally do with this then?
I use this a lot to get out Pallades, Volcasaurus. You can use it if I have Sheraton out. I use him with Sheraton to get out a Mega, just something simple like that. It's just down to how you want him to play on your situation. Next monster is another vital monster. It's Constellar Algeri. Ability is a lot like Pollux. When he's normal summoned, you get to special summon a Constellar monster. That's the main difference, but it still comes in very handy to get out 2 monsters.
So could you Pollux, then Algeri, then special summon?
Yes, you can do that to get out 3 monsters. The only thing is with Pollux and Algeri is you can only use their effects once. Next monster, this is something that I've just added myself. Some people do run him, but I only run one of him. It's Constellar Sheraton.
Yeah, I guess most people kind of run 2, don't they? And then
yeah, I don't think you need more than 1. You know, if you're Constellar deck, you're doing a lot of searches anyway. You can get cards out your graveyard, you can get cards out your deck. To have this one, to me, he's not a powerful monster, so it's a bit of a weak point sometimes. But to run Sheraton,
have you ever been stuck where you think, oh god, I wish I had 2 Sheraton maybe, or...
Sometimes, but not often. Not really. When you use Sheraton, you can get out somebody, and that somebody pretty much can set you up for your next turn. If you're getting someone like Sombre, the next turn
who would you normally get out if you did Sheraton?
Sombre or Chaos, depending on what I need. But mainly Sombre, just simply because of Sombre's effect is just so good. So that's it just for the Constellar monsters. Other monsters I run is Brotherhood Bear.
Oh yes, we all know why the bear's in there.
Bear's Beast card, just for his popping effect, and with Tanky, when you use Bear and get Tanky out, you can search for Chaos or Bear, which is brilliant, because if you need in Chaos, then you've got Chaos to your hand. So that comes in very
What
handy.
else has he got as a effect, Bear? Bear, if you hit directly, you get to search out...
Yeah, if he does battle damage, you can search out a 5-fist formation card, which is very good, so you can get out Tanky. Also, if you wanted to pop a fire formation card, you can pop a monster, which also comes in very handy in a duel. So that's why I run him. Also run Thunder King.
Yep. Very
good effect. Good way to start off the duel. Also a very strong monster, and because he's a light monster, he comes in very handy with Constellar monsters, because I can XYZ using him to summon a Mega, which is very good. That's the main reason. Also, if your opponent special summons a monster, you can send him to your grave and stop that.
Cool.
You can just negate the summon, which is very handy. I also run 2 Veilers. That's just because Veilers...
Self-explanatory there.
Pretty basic, nice, good card, and it's a tuner monster, so if you wanted to make some tweaks, you can use that pretty
So you don't run any Synchro in this?
I don't run any Synchro, but it is a possibility. I don't find I need to.
Cool.
Don't really need to.
I think it'd be a bit hard to get a Veiler out the grave anyway after you've used its effect, because you don't really want to be wasting that Veiler on just, summoning it and synchroing with it.
The last monster I run in my deck isn't really a monster to me, it's more of just a quick play spell trap card. Honest, obviously, pretty self-explanatory, very good card. It can get you out of a lot of ditches if needs be. So that's the monsters I run.
How many monsters is that?
run 19 monsters in my deck, and then I run 21 spell and trap. So as far as spell cards, Constellar spell and trap you'll be needing is I only run 2 Constellar spell cards. I run Star Cradle.
Yep.
And I run Star Chart. Star Cradle is that you can get 2 Constellars out your grave and put them in your hand.
Is there any of these cards here, these 2, Star Chart and Stellar, that you've seen people not run? Or is it always something you run in your Constellars?
Not many people run it actually. They find that you don't really need to, but I like having it. It's just a bit of a background card, something you can just use in case you need. You know, if you're in a bit of a struggling position.
It's that MST bit as well, and it really,
Yeah.
you know, you get that out.
If you don't need it, you set it.
If they pop in that card, then it doesn't really bother you, does it really?
But it can get you out of a sticky situation. And then Star Chart, just another good card. If you XYZ summon a Constellar monster, you get to draw a card.
Cool.
Pretty straightforward, helps you get out what you need. Around 2 tanky, good card, activated to get out Chaos or to get out Bear. And also gives Beast Warriors an attack boost of 100, which comes nothing much, but it can make a difference.
You can also get, you say you can get Chaos out of this as well?
Yeah, which comes in very handy for combos. Start your turn, use that, get Chaos to your hand, then Pollux and Chaos. Straight away you've got a level 5 XYZ monster. Very good and easy to do.
I guess, getting Pallades on the field, that, straight away.
Amazing.
Is just,
I run Reinforcements of the Army, another pretty staple spell card. Use that to get Pollux from your deck straight to your hand. So you run that, use that and Tanky, which I've done many a times. You can get Pollux and Chaos to your hand in your first turn. Brilliant. There you go. Straight away, good combo, because you can pretty much combo Pollux with any Constellar monster. So that's a good card to run. 3 MST, pretty straightforward since Heavy Storm's been banned. 3 MST just for stopping anything. So that's why I run 3, it's just pretty stable cards. Also run 1 Dark Hole and
so staple right there.
Book of Moon.
Yes. The book.
Pretty self-explanatory. Dark Hole, just amazing for changing thing, and you can combo this with Omega's effect, which is to detach, activate this, then all your Constellar monsters are unaffected by...
Blow up that field, go for that kill, go for that win.
And then Book of Moon, also pretty good for just stopping your opponent's effects, or just sticky situation, you just don't know, it just comes in handy. Okay, so that's it for the magic cards. I run 10 in my deck. Same thing. Trap cards, I run Trap Stun.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much good, comes in handy, you never know when you need it. I run Bottomless.
Yeah.
Yet again, just kind of cuts off your opponent's options. TT, yet again another card you can combo with Omega.
Yeah.
Detach unaffected, activate TT on Omega summoning, just blow up the field again. Another card which I run, which not many people run, but I like it just simply because
this is what I wanted to see.
Just because of the deck format. I run Judgment of Anubis. If your opponent uses MST or something like that, activate that, pop a monster, and they stop their MST. Pop a monster, and they take damage equal to that monster's attack. And because there's no Heavy Storm, everybody
is
has
running that MST.
MSTs. So I think that's a really handy card to run, just to cause that kind of trouble that no one really expects. Because I've only seen one other person run it, so I like it. I think it's a really good card. Comes in
I
handy.
think it's good changing up the deck.
Mirror Force, pretty self-explanatory again. Another staple, really trap card. Also run XYZ Reborn.
Yeah.
Beautiful card, amazing. Comes in handy. Target XYZ monster in your graveyard, special summon that monster and equip it as XYZ material. So if you're using something like M7, use it, reborn it, detach, and then you can get another Constellar monster straight out your graveyard to your hand.
This is another card that people don't really run as well in their Constellar deck, but I run it in my Dragons for a bit, and it came in handy, when you were using that Draco sack to pop.
Yeah.
Use your Draco sack itself to pop if they've got Big Eye. Next turn, your turn, XYZ, reborn, pop that Big Eye.
Yep. It's a brilliant card, just comes in handy. I run 2 D Prison.
Oh, yeah.
Good card. Yet again, you're banishing, you're not destroying, so that comes in quite handy. I've won quite a few duels actually, just with D Prison alone, just because you're catching your opponent off. Most cards like involve getting them out the graveyard.
Yeah,
with D Prison, it's not destroyed, it's banished.
It's about taking that monster off the field now, limiting them options, because people play from the graveyard most of the time now.
Can cut off from many decks. I really do like them. I think that's a card worth getting. I run 2 Fiendish Chain.
Yeah.
Another pretty self-explanatory card, comes in handy, get you out of sticky situations, can pin your opponent pending if they're relying on one strong monster.
Yep.
I really like it. And that's also the negating effects, which is obviously brilliant. And last card which I run is Solemn Warning. Yet again, comes in handy. Monster never makes it to the field, so
Yeah.
that's just brilliant. Cuts off your opponent. Opponent can't really stop it in a way. It's pretty good. The only downside is that you have to pay for it, but yeah, it's worth it. It's a good card. So that's it just for spell, trap, and monsters.
How many traps were that then? Because you have 4 card deck, don't you? So it's what, 19, 10, 11?
Yeah.
Cool.
So I run a strict 40 in my deck. Then
Extra deck?
Extra deck, I've got your staple Constellar monsters. Yeah. I do M7.
Yep.
Beast card, powerful, good effect. Your main Constellar extra deck cards is Pallades. An amazing card. Just you can chain with it, you can bounce anything back to the hand. Just comes in so handy. Then you've got a Mega.
Yep.
Yet again, detach all Constellars that you currently control are unaffected by spell and trap. Brilliant. Just comes in handy. So often I've had opponents who just can't do anything to stop a Mega and whatever else I have on the field.
Yeah.
So it comes in brilliant. Prey Piece, a bit of muscle. Detach and you can increase a Constellar monster by 1,000. Any other monster, doesn't have to be necessarily just Prey Piece, but just it's a good card to have. Gauntlet Launcher. These are my non-Constellar monsters. These are what I run just because I think they're good cards. Uses effect more than once a monster.
Play better for you,
Yeah. Uses effect, just destroy a monster. It's pretty straightforward. You can use it more than once in a turn. Brilliant. Volcasaurus, another quite a good card. Detach, destroy a monster, and your opponent takes life damage equal to that monster's attack. I really like that. Comes in handy, just to bear down your opponent.
Yep.
I also run Shark Fortress, which is another good card. Just for his double attack.
I don't think people really see Shark Fortress. Explain his effect.
Yeah, his effect is you can detach, target one monster, and that monster can attack twice. So if you're doing that with something that's really powerful, or with something that just can't be stopped, like I'd use that on a Mega, who cannot be stopped if I detach. If you use it on himself, he could probably be stopped, but if you do it on a monster that can't be stopped, it's just amazing. So yeah, that's why I run him. I run Dagastor Emerald.
Oh yeah.
Another brilliant card.
Good boy right there.
Use him just to recycle cards back into your deck. Just brilliant, comes in handy. If you're running low during a duel, you can just get all the good monsters straight back into your deck. Gaga Cowboy.
Yep.
Another card that just comes in handy. He's just got a
game changer.
Yeah, just got a good effect.
It's that detach material, tap position. You get an extra 1, so he's on 2/5. Yeah, your opponent loses 500. That's it.
Pretty straightforward. And then last but not least, Crazy Box.
Oh yeah, kicking them beats.
It's another powerful card, and if you are wanting to, you got that lucky little crazy effect that it has, which can come in handy. But mostly you'd use this card for, yet again, muscle. Just another strong card, just to bear your opponent down. So yeah.
You take that. Cool.
That's pretty much how I run my Constellar deck, and I find it pretty consistent. The majority of the time when I duel with this deck, I think it's a pretty good deck. It's good for just bearing down your opponent.
Is there anyone you destroy?
Most times I do good against Harpies, do good against flipping Evil Swarm. That's obviously good on.
Any decks you struggle against?
Dragons, I'd say. That doesn't everyone. Yeah, that's how
Have you played any like Machina deck or anything like that? And
yeah, I think it comes in pretty even with them. It's a good way of doing things. Just because you're constantly bouncing cards back to your opponent's hand, constantly just banishing cards straight away. It's a good way of doing things.
Right, guys, it's Cameron May's deck profile of the Constellars. You got this, and pretty good build, guys. It's different, and that's what we like to see. Because most ones out there are all the same. No one's putting their own thing, their own twist on things. And this card, you know what I mean. Them MSTs and that, getting that back row, stop him. So yeah, guys, this is Allegro ruling the world, and this is the deck profile Constellars. Peace.